I wanted to start with this question of whether you think that the question we've tackled today is a common issue and how common it is. In your what is the kind of, I guess, the normal level of like, or how often do businesses not know why one market is doing better than another?
I think it's an extraordinarily common issue. I mean, anyone who is trying to break into a new market is going to have some level of not understanding the performance that they're seeing. Is it good? Is it bad? What have you? Um, as we heard today, there are so many issues that go into the potential performance of a product, whether it's a digital product, whether it's a traditional physical a good that's being purchased. You have those personality traits on the ground with local pop culture, with legislative concerns, how language is being used and presented on a daily basis inside that market. So there are a lot of factors that go into success or failure, and doing that level of research that you need. Obviously it's important to do that, and prioritizing answering those questions early is what does success need to look like here. One, for us as a business, what are my objectives, and how do I adjust those different levers to be successful. It's very, very important.
And given everything you've heard today, so we've heard the kind of the same problem from a range of different perspectives. So I guess based on the previous talks, what can an individual do if they can perceive a gap in performance between different markets? What would be the course of action that you would take as a product manager or localization professional to change that?
Yeah, I think the first thing is to measure. Data is really important to telling any story, and being influential in correcting a course if there is a particular problem. Our platform, we see this a lot where we need to have the data around the localization effort. How long is it taking to translate content? What are the quality issues that are being reported? In language specifically is what we deal with. But then being able to take that data and show it to other people is something that we make very easy. But then combine that data with other metrics. So the localization data and associating that with the revenue or the customer satisfaction or help desk issues. We have a spike in help desk issues commensurate with problems in language issues. So getting that data first and foremost to be able to craft that story, and understanding how to put that into language that your business understands and respects. What are the key drivers and motivations for getting into that market? How is success being measured? And can we take this data that we have from our localization efforts and start to craft a discussion of, okay, well, maybe we don't have localization quite right, and if we make some adjustments here, we can see improvements in that revenue capture, in that customer satisfaction score, in our market share capture.
And I mean, you've already started to answer this, but my final question is also about internal argumentation. So how would you make the argument that a market needs special attention? So needs more investment or needs deeper levels of change in order to reach consumers and perform well?
I think it starts with the goals for that market. What is everyone? If you've got a product, you've got a sales quota, right? It's what is that? How are we, reaching that number? And are we or are we not? So if we're not meeting our objectives, our revenue objectives, or our market penetration objectives, there's something going on, and it needs to be investigated. And that can lead us to a whole host of discussions around cultural impact, legal situations, how language is being used and presented to our consumers.